Dandora, wewe tafsiri. Ukiwa huruma, wewe tafsiri. Ukiwa bahati, wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri.
Ukiwa Westlands,
wewe tafsiri.
ukiwa Muthaiga,
wewe tafsiri.
ukiwa Lang'ata,
wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri.
Hata na Okongo,
wewe tafsiri.
Bugu na Uhuru,
wewe tafsiri.
hata kule Runda,
wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe unastahili kunipa nafasi nitumie Swahili mimi zuru mpaka kila nation nikitangaza kuwa Afrika kuna matata basi mashaka wadogo kwa wakubwa huku nasi twapata hakika hatuna kichwa wala mkia hapa akina oboho kabuzi sasa wako kwenye wira wape hiyo correct kububia fila.
Safari ilianza ya kutunganisha kama Wakenya. Twende tukiuke, twende tukiuke. Let's go beyond, let's go beyond. Yeah. Twende tukiuke, twende tukiuke. Let's go beyond, let's go beyond.
Safaricom Foundation is uplifting communities by bringing their dreams to reality through Ndoto Zetu.
Wakati tumereceive hii machine kutoka Safaricom Foundation, hata tunauza zaidi. Asanteni sana Safaricom Foundation kwa kutujali.
Apply online or visit any Safaricom shop near you. Application deadline is 22nd August 2022.
Ndoto zetu, uwezo wetu, Safaricom Foundation.
Ujue pesa yako yenye si yako na kulanga vile unajisikia. Nilikuwa nimenona mpaka naambia mtu kitu nimego through ananiambia na vile unakaa hivi. Nilikuwa by the way mwili wangu sio hivi nishainaona mtu wangu.
Nakumbuka.
Nishainaona mpaka nikakuwa mfupi zaidi.
Wewe tutadu hauta attend hizo classes. Utakuwa watu wakimaliza chuo, wewe toka come home, fanya studies zako hapa, homework yako. Lakini manzi kutumia iko inaniingia naona ai. Yaani mimi naacha watu wakisoma mimi naenda home. Ai naona zia alafu unajua kuna kitu tunaenda kudo. Si tunaenda kuwatch TV hapa na unaona so unaona hapana. Azi.
Ananivunja. Muangalia naona kulingana na venye nilikuwa navunjwa. Nikagonga na trailer kuna venye naweza survive. Kweli mother alikuwa ananivunja na nikaa sisikii uchungu anaamua kuniuma.
Rumba, 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 dancing with you. Baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Juleo nina rumba, dance up with you. Rumba, 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 dancing with you. Baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Juleo nina Leo ni leo msema kesho ni mubongo. So walk up to this girl straight up Kimangoto. Said girl you look so fine, do you mind, can I have some time? And then the lady just smiles. I ask her do you have a guy? Paradise niko solo. So tell me, boy child, what do you wanna know? No, I don't have many questions for you tonight, but if I ask, baby, don't tell a lie. So I ask, can you dance? If you can I have that chance to rumba, 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 dancing with you, baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Leo nina rumba, dance up with you. Rumba, 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 dancing with you, baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Leo nina, girl, I'm so blessed to have you in my life, oh yes. Napenda kuwa nawe, baby, no stress. Mapenzi unanipa, baby, cool me down. Praying for forever, please stick around, so say yes. Yes, I do. Forever, baby girl, you'd be my boo. Don't worry about a thing, yeah, I choose you. All thanks to that night when we rumba, rumba, dance up with you. Rumba, 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 dancing with you, baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Leo nina rumba, dance up with you. Rumba, 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 dancing with you, baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Leo nina rumba, dance up with you. Rumba, 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 dancing with you, baby girl, that's all I kinda wanna do. Some penzi, songa, songa na your groove. Leo nina rumba, dance up with you. Give it up for team one time. Kata usiogope, kata, katika baby usiogope, kata, kata usiogope, kata, katika baby usiogope, mama kata, kata usiogope, kata, katika, oh dada kata, kata usiogope, kata, katika baby usiogope, one more time, kata, kata usiogope, kata, katika, wewe kata, kata usiogope, kata, katika, kata usiogope, kata, katika, wewe kata, usiogope, kata, one more time, kata, usiogope, kata, katika, Thank you, everybody. Nejeni wase, welcome to another edition of Engage Mtaani, where tuna get to share our stories, yeah? Stories zetu za mtaa. Mtaa tunaita story riba. So tunashare riba zetu za huko kwa mtaa, yeah? I was raised in a place called Maringo, huko Eastlands. Yeah. Huko ndio mamangu amelelewa na ndio kule mimi nimelelewa until eventually tuka move to Buruburu, right? Yeah, but nataka kuwaambia kuhusu life ya Marish, right? Which is totally different. Well, not totally, but a bit different from where I've lived, where I'm living now in Buruburu. What I want to appreciate about kulelewa Marish was the community feeling. Kule, people are one, even though hatuna vitu mob, ama kila mtu ana live from hand to mouth. There was this community feeling with everyone. An example is when kulikuwa na wizi, because there was a lot of crime, right? Because of the area we are living in, right? Every single time unasikia mwizi, there was a rush. Unasikia tu mguu za watu, kila mtu ametoka kwenda kuget tu mwizi. Unlike the place that I'm living right now, which, well, now, kisikia mwizi, kila msee anajifungia kwa sababu hutaki kupatwa na whatever is going on. But at that time, everybody came out to help, right? To be able to deal with this. And almost all the time, this guy who was causing the havoc, yeah, alikuwa anapatwa, alikuwa anashikwa. Well, the way we were dealing with it was not right, because watu wanapigwa na mawe, mtu anapigwa na mawe and all that, but it was not right. But then at least there was that way of dealing with things before somebody comes to steal or to do whatever they want to do. I mean, they have to think twice about that area. It's something I cherish up until today, and I appreciate about that time and that space in my life. The stories we're about to listen to are stories that have shaped us and made us who we are today. Karibuni.
I really wanted to be a secretary, like my sister. She had all the nice clothes and the high heels, and that's all I knew. So all my compositions in school, I want to be a secretary. But then fashion and design kind of also was calling me, because one of my sisters was a very, very good fashion designer. Her name is Grace. I tried fashion. I went to school for fashion for 2 years at Woodgrove, which was really amazing. While we were still in college, we met Ted Josiah in town, and he used to be the hunk those days. So I met Ted Josiah, and one of my friends just went like, "Hey, Ted Josiah, how are you?" "Yeah, who are you?" "We are fashion designers. What's your name? Pick your style." He's like, "Oh, I have Gidi Gidi Maji Maji who are doing their first CD. Will you make clothes for them?" We're like, "Yeah." We had only been in college for 3 months. We knew nothing, absolutely nothing about clothes. So we used to Skype Kole, go to a tailor to make the clothes, like for 4 weeks. After 4 weeks, you're on TV, being congratulated. The next week, our principal gave us another week to go home if we're not ready to be in school. That other week we were given by the principal, suspended. We made King Kong and made clothes for his band. It just grew. We did Miss Tourism. We did Miss Tourism. We did Miss Tourism. We made clothes for a group that is no longer there called Majize. College was fun. After college, I did a lot of fashion and design. I did a lot of clothes. Then my mom was supposed to go and visit my sister in Uganda, this fashion designer. She was married and she was living in Uganda. But she was very sick. And it was just decided that in the morning, Faith, you're the one who's going because Grace might need your help. And I was only to go there for 2 weeks. Ended up staying there for 3 years. Took care of my sister. Unfortunately, she passed on. Came back here. And then just started trying everything. I made candles. I did pedicure and manicure. Just trying to finding out where I fit. I also washed clothes. I was just trying everything. Finally, I landed on wall hangings. These wall pieces I used to make. My sister Milka gave me a lasso, a very, very nice lasso with an African woman with lots of beads. So I was like, hii lasso ndaifunga ama nihang kwa wall. It was so beautiful. So I just dressed out the lady and started making wall hangings. and did the beadwork by myself, which pushed me for a couple of years. Then I saw recycled tires, and I was like, this is so amazing. I saw a bird, like a parrot. So I was like, how did they do this on a tire? Tires have wires and everything, so how do they do this? I downloaded the picture and I used to look at it every morning, like, how did they do this? Then I saw the little lines inside the tire, and I knew that they turned the tire inside out. That's when I went to Kariako looking for tires. Found out that this tire is called Cavallino, doesn't have any wires, and made a few birds. Planters, parrot planter. They look like a parrot, but it's a planter. I made a few of that. I made a simple table, just 2 tires, one on top of each other. And there's this seat I made. Also was like, how do these people do these things? Just look at the video for like 2 months or 3 months. Went to Kariako. Thank God for my friend. We used to take mkokoteni to go and carry tires and just run after the mkokoteni guy who was walking. And we would just run after him all the way home. Came here, did whatever I could do, but some parts were too hard. I needed some strong people to come and fold. And I made these really nice seats. I've never made them again. And I've been accused of always trying something new. And once I made it, I go to now what is the next thing I can make? But this year taught me a lot of lessons. And kind of asked myself, I don't want to be doing things just to prove to myself that I can do them. And then I really need to make a business out of it. I started with this seat I'm sitting on right now. It's my first time making it. I also went and bought more tires just to make the tire seats a second time. Just trying to make a real business out of what I do. My mom had arthritis, so I had to move. I closed my shop and moved to my mom's house with all my machines and everything. I ended up staying there for 3 years, taking care of my mom, because the arthritis just took her legs completely. She was paralyzed. So it was like at-home care. And I stayed there for 3 years. And after I came, then they moved to Kisumu, which was okay, because there she had company. People would come all the time to talk to her. Come 2018, they had a car accident while going to church in the morning, and my mom passed on. Caring for my mom really taught me how vulnerable we are. And we really, when life puts you in a situation where you can't move out of bed unless someone helps you, you can't bathe or you can't do anything unless someone helps you. That taught me so much. That taught me so much. Anyone can be in that position, not even with arthritis. You can have an accident or whatever. Anyone can be in that position. Caring for my mom taught me a lot. She became my best friend, although alikuwa mkali, and the beatings, my dad has never beaten, but my mom. But we became best of friends. I think I knew my mom on a level that no one really knows my mom. I knew when she woke up. I knew when she was going to sleep. I knew when she needed someone to just sit with her, to make her laugh, to forget the pain she was in. I really became best friends with my mom. I can say my mom is my best friend ever. Age is not on my side, so I really have to make a business out of things I do, not just passion. There's a big misconception about living in Jericho or the ghetto. because more or less it's the ghetto, but there's a big misconception. Like this house is very small, and it's the same like all houses, but I love gardening. I love gardening. I spend hours. Sometimes 7 o'clock gets me out here gardening. I have to wear my little solar lamp on my arm to see what I need to plant or what I need to uproot. And it's a lovely garden. My daughter, who's a musician, usually comes here to do her photo shoots, which is really nice, and she has to start paying me now. I love flowers. I love trying new things. I love beautiful things, the aesthetics of things. I really love it. But I use the simplest of things. You don't have to be so rich. I use tires for my planters. I use my old gum boots or Wellington boots, whatever you want to call them, for planters. I use bottles. There's a time this whole area was covered with plants. I was actually starting a nursery, not for me, for someone who wanted plants, who was going to start a botanical garden. They came to my garden and was like, nataka hiyo, pia hii, na pia hii, na pia hii. So I was like, okay, when are you coming back? And they're coming back in 1 year. I actually filled this whole area with plants. So when they came to pick their flowers, I was like, sawa, let her pick up. The first pickup came, filled full to the brim, and the pickup guy was like, sasa zitavunjika, tutakuja next time. Second time again, full to the brim. In my family, we have a few creatives. My dad used to be a tailor a long time ago before he became a pastor. He used to be a tailor. They used to stitch clothes for Hilton hotel workers and stuff. So that's where he started. And he has this story. He tells us that he only got to class 3 and they came to Nairobi and they were hired by this Indian and he learned how to stitch clothes. Somewhere in, I don't know, Ronald Ngala somewhere, or those old shops. And when he started there, he got a job at Hilton Hotel, and that's where he worked almost all his life before retiring. Part of being a pastor, they actually started the PEFA church. They used to preach on the streets before building the churches, which ended up to be many churches. My mom used to be a seamstress. She made a lot of our clothes when we were kids. So I borrowed a little bit from them. I borrowed a little bit from Elsa and Grace when it comes to fashion, and my dad, which started with my dad. And I think I'm just lucky to be in this generation where I can try all these other things because I don't think they had them those days. And then the internet also helps, yeah? But I'm just lucky that I can try all these other things, from making candles to recycled tires, to pallets, to bags, to bomber jackets, to... I'm just blessed. Yeah, I'm just blessed. But growing up in Jiri, people might think it's rough, but it actually isn't. People might not talk to each other, but people come together, especially when there's a problem, when someone dies. People come together in a big, big way. Like I remember Corona time, things were really tough for a lot of people. And I might have been going through some tough times, but there's always someone else who's got it really, really bad. There were old people who live alone in their houses, but and young people in Jericho really came along, started a group on Facebook first, where they just give money, and at the end of it, bought foodstuffs for these old people, went to their houses, helped clean their houses, you know, took them to hospital, involved politicians to come help them. And it generated to a WhatsApp group. Now people come together if someone has a hospital bill, people come together. If someone dies, people come together in a huge way. It's so surprising. And funny thing is, you might not find this kind of thing on the other side of Uhuru Highway. People are so, in my very, very humble opinion, people are so secluded. If you have a problem, it's your private problem. You don't want anyone to know. People here, it might end up being udaku, but that udaku kind of circulates and you get help, the help you need. For Corona, it really showed me that people cared. It really showed me. The videos you see on TV where people come together and they make you cry, these are just simple videos of people we didn't even know. Like, we have these small kiosks. Some of them have been turned into houses. And you'd find an old lady who no one knows even that she's in there, couldn't even leave her bed. Yeah? But Corona really opened up all these little things that people didn't know about. For someone to meet you at a point of need, there's no big problem or small problem. Yeah. When you have a problem, when you need 1,000 shillings, it's a big problem. When you need 10 bob, it's still a big problem. Yeah? It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about caring, patience. It taught me about patience, being patient with people, not judging, but also loving myself.
The next artist is a singer, a performer, a songwriter with beautiful, beautiful music. Give it up for Shari Africa.
So this song is called Fanyanga, and it's a feel-good song. It's a really nice love song that I wrote after meeting this guy. I felt we really clicked, and it was a good time. And yeah, I woke up at 3 a.m. to write someone a love song, so that's special. Vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga. I've got some plans for you. Tell me, baby, what you trying to do, to do. Let's roll a joint for two. We can do it on a secret rendezvous. Ooh, yeah. I see the way that you're looking at me. Kahuna fomba skuja na mi. Tuaibishe my busy body, busy body, busy body. Adwaro kethi hera dadi. Fokane no machalo kodi. Pia talk ni chemo baby, chemo baby, chemo baby. Adwaro kethi hera dadi. Fokane no machalo kodi. Pia talk ni chemo baby, chemo baby, chemo baby. Vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga. Vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga. ng'ato dongine gaga liet kaka pasto riembo gari. Wuod ng'ato dongine gaga liet kaka pasto wuoyo mamit. Tera dalawa mwana dhiane mama tera dalawa. I see the way that you looking at me, nikaona hanja mekuwa nami, na siko hapa for your money, for your money, for your money. Adwaro kethi gi hera dadi, wakane no machalo kodi, pia tokni e chemo baby, chemo baby, chemo baby. Adwaro kethi gi hera dadi, wakane no machalo kodi, pia tokni e chemo baby, chemo baby, chemo baby. Vile wewe unanifanyanga, 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 vile wewe unanifanyanga. Call police, call police, call police, call police, call police, call police. Vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga, vile wewe unanifanyanga. Ile wewe unanifanyanga, ile wewe unanifanyanga.
Ati nalipa, sisi sema hata ilipi, ati imelipa. Since nimekuwa hapa since 2017 mpaka saa hii. Obviously hiyo ni green light na kuambia kuna pesa hapo. Kama ungekuwa na pesa singekuwa nafanya kitu yote hapa, ningekuwa nilishafunga hii duka. Yeah, so ati nalipa. But usikuje kwa field ya art on the first time ukisema utakuja hapo kuwe millionaire na within 2 years. No. It depend, maybe you have luck, you know, unaweza kuja uprosper na get your ganji. But ni steps. Lazima ugrow, ni kama tu mtoto, lazima utoke mahali ukikuja mpaka uwe mtu mkubwa. So it all depends na venye una engage na customers wako, exposure yako pia, yeah, na network. Kama ningekuwa na pesa ningekuwa naifanya tu bado, since ni kitu napenda kufanya, ni passion yangu. But since ni passion yangu na pia naona inaleta pesa, so you combine both business and passion na you come up with something yenye inaweza kuletea mkate kila siku kwa meza. Yeah, so sio the main reason ya kufanya art sio pesa peke yake, hapana. Kwa sababu nikaanza kuchora mara ya kwanza sikuwa na hiyo pesa. But since niliona pia inaweza kuwa a source of income, nikaamua ku-expound na sasa tuko kwa passion na business. Sasa zote ziko combined. Sio feel rahisi hivyo sana watu wananionanga, ati unafikiria utaingia tu hapa ndani uanze kuuza paintings 100,000, 1 million, 50,000, hapana. Lazima ukuje hapa ugrow, build network yako, ujue network yako pia ni ngapi. Then from there utaweza kujua paintings zako ziko worth how much from there. Ya kulingana pia na materials zenye zimetumika. Kenye ilikufanya ukaichora, what inspired you come up na hiyo painting. So ina entail vitu mingi sana kukua na vitu kama hizi. So pia unahitaji pia experience kidogo ndio uweze kujua zile themes zenye una prefer kwa nazo na zile vitu zina work best na wewe. So kama mimi ukiangalia studio yangu mostly utapata niko na semi abstract paintings, na hapo ndio majorly mimi niko na pia pop art kiasi na African art kiasi, but majorly ni abstract. Nilikuwa na wakaza customer service for Telcom. Niliwork there for 4 years from 2013 to 2017. Then from there nikakuja nikafungua hii shop around 2017 ikiisha. Yeah, and up to present nimekuanga tu hapa nikiuza paintings hapa, nikichorea hapa, nikifanya vitu zingine pia hapo nje, vitu 2-3. Kama nauza kama like for now niko na brand zenye nataka come up nazo, kuna jackets, t-shirts. So the reason mbona nilifungua shop hapa, one, niliconsider iko karibu na home. Hiyo ilikuwa advantage kwangu sana kwa sababu sikutumii fare. Sina mambo mengi za sijui ati za kutoka hapa sijui nikaenda kufanya nini huko nje. So niliprefer kukuja hapa since naishi hapa Jericho na shop yangu iko hapa Jerusalem Shopping Center. So mimi nilifind that ikikuwa a very big advantage kwangu. But pia niko na thinking za kwenda kufungua shop mahali pengine. Although for now siwezi disclose the location, bado sijapata hiyo location yenyewe, but niko research. Pia kufungua shop kwa barabara ilikuwa kitu poa sana kwangu kwa sababu whenever I get clients from wanatoka huko nje, pande za uptown, watu wengine pia wajui pande ni wapi, but since niko along the road, the main road, naweza direct clients kufika kwa shop yangu. Mayangu niko na anko yangu, ni fine artist, alisomea BIF hapa Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts. Hapo ndio alisomea. So mimi nikiwa mdogo akifanya ma paintings zake juu pia alikuwa anafanya abstracts mostly. Hapo ndo mimi nilikuja nikakuwa inspired, nilikuwa natizanga na brush zake hapo na pencils. Na kama kuna tu vitu ananiambia hapa mtu afanye hivi, hapa chora hii shape na hii design, you will come up with this. So interest ili grow tu kutoka hapo. Na pia mimi nikajifundisha vitu mbili online. Siku hizi online niko na kila kitu. Unaweza ingia online kama kufanya kitu fulani, unaweza ingia tu hapo na ujifundishe kufanya kitu kingine yenye unaona inaweza kuinterest. Na hivyo ndo mimi nili grow art yangu mpaka sasa hivi. No, sijaenda kusomea arts in any art school. Mi yangu ni self-taught. I'm a self-taught artist. Tukieka business kando, napenda kufanya arts zenye zinaongea na watu hapa nje. Na pia ni vitu zenye watu wamekuwa experience kutoka huku nje. Na pia ni vitu zimekuwa zikifanyika saa zingine. Like ukiangalia hapa ndani unaweza ona labda kuna mali kuna piece ya Nyayo bus. Mimi ni kitu tu nilikuwa nimeipenda. Niko naacha niichore. Na hiyo nikichora sikuwa naichora for money. Nilichora ni kwa sababu nilikuwa nimependa tu the style of the bus na venye ilikuwa inakaa. Nilikuwa napenda pia kufanya magraffiti kwa kitabu saa zingine. I'm also a graphic designer, nafanyanga pia graphic design saa zingine kwa hao za vitu za kujibamba tu. Na kama kuna ideas na design logos and all that, vitu tu zangu, sio kazi za watu. Process yangu ya create ni okay, it depends. Juu sio kila wakati unakujanga unasikia kuchora, na pia si ati kila time unataka kuchora kitu fulani unaweza ichora. So one, inaweza depend na mood yako hiyo siku. Two, unaweza kwa labda umeenda umeona kitu mali imekuinspire na unaweza taka labda kuiput it out hapa nje watu waweze kuiona through artwork yako. So kabla kama up na art piece ama kenye na encourage kufanya art piece, hiyo ina depend na artist mwenyewe, but mimi kwangu ni my day to day life. Saa zingine mood zangu na saa zingine pia zina kama stress reliever kwangu when I do my art. Mimi kenye nataka kuambia mabesti wangu huko mtaani na watu wenye wanaishi hizi area za home huko Jericho na Salem ni just believe in yourself. Kama unaona kuna kitu unaweza fanya hapo nje, give it a try. You never know. Inaweza kuwa hapo ndio Mungu alikuwa ameweka njia yako ya kuondokea. Just give it a try. Ukiona work, push it. Try to build network yako ikuwe poa hapa nje. Try to engage na watu, usikie different ideas zenye wako nazo. Na kutoka hapo maybe unaweza kuwa umeget focus yake yenye ulikuwa unataka kufanya hapo nje, ama hiyo idea yenye ulikuwa nayo maybe inaweza grow. Kutoka hapo ukishaanza kuongea na watu, since watakupatia different experiences zenye pia umekuwa nazo ama shake kwa hiyo field, na from there unaweza jua unaweza work na pande gani yenye haitakuangusha kama mwenye iliangusha wale watu wengine wenye walikupatia experience yao. Ya mimi tu ndo tunazaambia watu hapa home, just believe in yourself. Kama kuna kitu unapenda enda uifanye na uipush. So mimi niko kwa social media, unaweza nipata Facebook, niko na page inaitwa Eugene Graphics and Arts. utapata paintings zangu zote hapo. Nikikuwa na new drop utaipata hapo. Pia Instagram niko na page inaitwa Eugene Guts, Eugene Guts, EUGENEGARTS. Utapata hapo. Hata Twitter the same handle @Eugene Guts. Na kitakuhala can reach me through 0713 384876. Eugene.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Johnny Isaiah.
So this song is called Wasili. It's a song that talks about the patience that is required in the journey of love. This song niliandika after kuachwa, just sikuwa fast enough. Weongoza nikufuate, unachotaka sema nikupe, kwa mapenzi na huduma na furaha ya kipekee. Usiogope, tutafika, amini nitakulinda, wewe na mimi tutafika, amini tutafika, yeah. Pamoja tutawasili. When you leave, I will follow. Take my hand and we will see tomorrow. It doesn't matter, no, where we go, as long as I have your hand to hold. Benzi, I know tutafika, amini nitakulinda, wewe na mimi tutafika, amini tutafika, yeah. Pamoja tutawasili. Tutafika, amini nitakulinda, wewe na mimi tutafika, amini tutafika, yeah. Pamoja tutawasili.
I also love dogs. I had 10 dogs just a few months ago. Sold 2. Unfortunately, one of a rescue dog called Twist got hit by a car, which was so sad. He was so huge and everyone thought he was a Dalmatian, but it was a dog famously called Umbwa Koko, which was so cute, and I rescued it. But now I have 2 sausage dogs and 3 puppies, which I love so much. Breeding dogs is nice. It's the hardest when you have small puppies because they're so delicate. They can die anytime for the smallest reason. But it's interesting. It's like having babies, lots of sleepless nights, lots of cleaning blankets, washing them, lots of ruining flowers and eating shoes. You have to be careful, but if you love dogs, it's like a labor of love. Yeah? It's not a real job. Although we get frustrated, like arguing, leo nani atapikia doggy because nilipika jana. Yeah? But we love them. And it's also a good business, very, very good business, especially if you have these sausage dogs, because there are not so many in the market. I've given all my dogs musical genres names, African especially. This is Benga, I have Jazzy, I have Seben, I have Disco, I have Rumba, I had Twist, and who else? And Samba. You realize I love African, I love everything African.
I just want to thank you guys. Asante sana for tuning in to Engage Mtaani. Another episode that has really, really, really been informative. Kwa wasee wa mtaani na mababi pia, tunashukuru sana. Na tuendelee kusema, tuendelee speak out our stories. Huwezi jua vile unajenga msee. You don't know how you change in somebody's life. Because in every place, in every different situation, there's something to learn. Asanteni sana.
Ukiwa huruma, wewe tafsiri. Ukiwa bahati, wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri.
Na ukiwa Westlands,
wewe tafsiri.
Ukiwa Muthaiga,
wewe tafsiri.
Ukiwa Lang'ata,
wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri.
Hata na Okongo,
wewe tafsiri.
Bubu na Uhuru,
wewe tafsiri.
hata kule Runda,
wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Wewe tafsiri. Tafsiri wewe unastahili kunipa nafasi nitumie Swahili mimi zuru mpaka kila nation nikitangaza kuwa Afrika kuna matata basi mashaka wadogo kwa